morning, sir.
Good morning, Chief.
How you dey, sir?
Debo, how you dey?
Thank God. Family business?
We thank God, though. We are all fine. Family and business, they fine, though.
Thank God. The other time when we dey go, we say make we talk about wetin the trend now. Because the trend in the sense that maybe to those of us wey dey outside the real estate this thing, but for those of una wey dey inside, if you no know, but now everybody just dey do shortlet.
Okay.
In those days, you know, say this una business be as e get. Sometimes they go na all people dey lajusi na this one won't get all, that one don't get all. Event center, thank you. But now we dey hear more of shortlet. That one come make we ask, make we look at from the two sides. Wetin shortlet first mean? After we see the meaning of shortlet, make we come know wetin be the gain wey dey there, how financially buoyant e dey do presently. Then what is the future of this kind of business? So to start with, sir, wetin be the meaning of shortlet?
Okay, thank you, Chief, and thank you, viewers. Good morning once again. So as the name implies, shortlet means say something where you dey rent for a short period of time. You know, say normally in this our environment, to rent property means say you won't stay there for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So when you come talk about short, either they call them sometimes short stay, or you go hear shortlet, or some people go say service apartments, and then they mix them up like that. But shortlet, the simple meaning be say you rent place where you rent will be say you won't stay for short time, short period. It's not usually up to a year. Not usually, not that there are no cases like, but not usually up to a year. And then the other attribute of it, clear difference between the normal rent and shortlet, be say for shortlet property where they use for shortlet, they go down furnish them,
put everything in order.
Everything go there. You no go bring anything to the house other than your personal effects, personal belonging, maybe something like your clothing, you know, your grooming stuff. That's all. In terms of say chair, in terms of say furniture, electronics, kitchen utensils, washing machine, all of those things would have been AC, you know, all of those things would have been provided, even sometimes to internet, to cable TV subscription, you know, and things like that. All of those would have been provided. Sometimes there are even services in terms of laundry, you know, services and things like that. Yes.
It is fast becoming a trend these days. It's fast becoming a trend these days. What can you say, or what is your own view or advice to business moguls, people who get money, we won't go into this kind of business? Do you see it more profitable than every other kind of real estate deals? Like maybe instead of hotel, let's say this hotel money they take, it make I do shortlet. Or what's your take on this too? Yeah, investors where they watch us, they won't put money inside the business. Any risk? Any risk?
Well, before we talk about any risk or no risk, there is no business without risk. So let's just clarify that. However, make we talk about say difference. Like you could say you mentioned hotel. You know, shortlet is like another kind of hotel hospitality. Where we say it gets some advantages over hotel. Why we say people they prefer them to hotel, and it gets some disadvantages compared to hotel. Why we say some people would rather prefer hotel to it. You know, so that's just it. For example, like we said, everything is provided almost like an hotel. You know, but the difference between it and hotel, for example, is that usually you can do your own cooking. Those utensils are provided, and the idea is you can actually go to the market, buy your own stuff, stock the freezer, stock the fridge, and be doing your own cooking. in short-let or short-stay apartments. Whereas in hotels, you know that you are not allowed to bring food in.
Of course.
If you want to bring food in, you have to
Call the
pay
kitchen.
corkage or something like that. Otherwise you make orders from the kitchen and all. And some people may want to also, an hotel environment is not so homey like that. It looks is another kind of environment. So people want to actually stay in a place for a long period. Let's say for like a month, or for even 2 weeks. They know some people, because it's not because of what they've come for, they won't really enjoy an hotel environment for that long period. So you rather stay in a place that is almost still like home away from home, for that length of time and go about all that they need to do. But major disadvantage, let's put it that way, is security. And the security fall into two parts.
Okay.
Now, when you do short-lets in a place, the other people that are in that place, either on that street or in that compound, with you, sometimes, if you don't handle your short-letting well, they feel unsafe.
Yes.
They feel not safe because they don't know the type of people that you are accommodating,
First 2 weeks
around their area.
Second 2 weeks you see Mr.
And
B.
they don't know the data you collected from it, how authentic those data are. If anything happens, God forbid, and they have to trace them, they don't know whether the information you provide or you gathered from them
are genuine or not.
are even authentic or sufficient to even track them later. Do you understand? So the people around feel like their security is threatened. Okay, that's one. Then even the people staying in a short-let, one of the very primary consideration that they have in deciding whether they want to stay in short-let or short-stay apartment A versus short-stay apartment B is security. They want to find out, is this place secured? Is my going out, am I coming in? Is it protected? Is it a place that they control? People go, influx of people, or anybody can just barge
into that street or that house.
Because when you are in a hotel, in a way, security
is regulated.
I mean,
movement and all of that. Ask who you define,
who you look for, and all of that. But in a short-let, if security is not well arranged, in no time somebody can just barge in.
Let me ask this technical question about short-letting. I call that a technical question because, for my own word, I believe anything will make us do short-let as a businessman, anything will make anybody do short-let as a businessman, it has to be only that building in that compound. Is it possible for me to say I'm operating a short-let and there are still some other buildings in that same compound? I think short-let is only the beauty, or what we should attribute, what the major attribute of short-let should be only that building in that compound.
No, not necessarily so. There are short-let apartments that are just in a block of 8 flats or 6 flats. Maybe 1 or 2 are used for short-let. There are those. And in an estate, there are those that 1 house or 2 are used for short-let. Not all the houses in the estate, So it's not exactly like that. Then don't forget that there are various uses, various needs for short-let.
Okay.
Like we say, it's just for a period. For example, in your industry, one of the things that is also making short-let business boom now is because in your industry, it is highly needed.
Then,
when you people are shooting films and all of that, you want a setup that is already there.
Yes, and this kind of thing, would you always go meet house owners?
And before now, short-let apartments are not so many, such that fit into what you need, such that you always have to go and discuss with somebody that owns a house, and you stay in their house. they will give you condition. You have to do it just one night because we can't inconvenience ourselves for too long. Do you understand? So you move your things in the evening, and you must have finished by the morning, and you lodge them in an hotel.
Yes.
You know, so that you can.
They even check time for you. House owners at times they check that my husband go soon come. I beg.
Even if it's not about my husband go soon come, you know, things they may not be sure of their things. You know, strange people are coming into their homes and all of that.
Most times we even need bedroom. Yes, if you just join us, short letting, and we discuss. Yes, it has to do with making person collect apartment for a short period of time. That's why they even call them short letting. Some people they call them service apartment. Different names they give them these days. But once a while, we will be seen as something with a trend. It's evoke as we speak. So, how familiar are you with short letting? You don't even collect one before. What will be your experience? Talk them. So that those who even be the service providers with the watchers, they go fit upgrade to be even change one or two things. Then if you say they render this kind of service, what will be the challenge when they face? Make we hear them now the essence of the show be that. Plus, say me I want ask this question, sir. Most people they travel abroad and they have a very lovely house here, like mansions, because we have a lot of viewers from abroad where they watch us presently, which they feel benefit from this. If I get house for maybe on the island or for Ago or something like that, or Surulere. I'm talking about the good part of Lagos. And I know say this thing, I just locked the house. All the security they there. How I fit, they are in abroad now. So how I fit convert them to short letting. Will be say the business they go they manage my things and my money go they enter and my property will still be intact. How can I go about it?
It's very simple, and it's actually one of the things that is also fueling the short letting business. A lot of people who have their properties that would have ordinarily been locked up here because maybe they come once in a year or once in 2 years. You know, they've made arrangements with short let managers, okay, people who manage short let.
Are you telling me that there are some specialized persons who say their own because I didn't say short let now, just if I have money I build, then I use as are they professionals that are in charge of this short let business?
Short let business is like managing a property. So a lot of people who manage properties do short let management.
Okay, I get that.
And so but there are some peculiarities to it different from just general property management.
Okay.
There's the business side of the management also that is a little bit more peculiar than just managing property, but it's more or less like managing property. You understand?
So we are talking about people abroad.
People abroad, they've given out these properties now to property managers who help them to put it out for short let purposes, you know, and they make their money is sent to them periodically, and when they are coming, some of them say it is from that money that they are actually able to raise their holiday money, where they then come in to spend their holiday, you know, so meaning that property is serving a number of purposes for them. It's a place where they stay when they are in the country, and it also generates money to fund their holiday experience, which is fantastic. So we actually have a number of that happening around, where people manage properties for people that are abroad. Their property where they stay. So you know when they are coming in, you know, and those periods will be blocked, you know. But any period other than outside of that, it's available for people to rent and use.
Well, if you watch us and you there abroad, you get very good property here. Are you even sure they are not already short letting your business, your building? Because at times, most of these people where they carry key give, maybe those of us where they go do location,
especially for you people.
Yes, now
they always
confess to us, say, my brother, I there abroad, but don't spoil anything.
Exactly.
Don't spoil anything. Use them, and then we collect. And they collect at times. They collect as much as 50-100K a day.
Of course,
we'll spend like 3-4 days there.
Of course,
and they make cool cash while everything is intact. The only thing they will just do after. In fact, most times they then go even condition the production and say you go still bring person we go clean more.
Yeah.
I'm talking about professional cleaning when they are done. So it's a very lucrative business for anybody where they watch us abroad. Have you considered? Have you thought about it? Have you? You don't ever reason them, because if you never reason them, now the essence of the show be that to open your eyes to ram. Sabi, some people say they get house, Engineer Debo, and they never park good here.
Yes.
Can it still work for shortlets?
Like we said, you see, different purposes for different shortlets. Now, we must also clarify here that is not all area and every area that can be a good shortlet location.
Oh,
It's just like hotel.
okay.
It's not every area and all area that can be good shortlet location. Remember, shortlet usually comes from your type of industry.
Yeah.
People who see it as an alternative to hotel. Who are those? So people who travel in for business. Maybe they're traveling out of state. They are not from Lagos, say for example. They are coming into Lagos. Or they are not even from Nigeria. They are coming into the country to do business and they looking for a place to stay. People who, came in for maybe holiday, vacation. They just want to relax,
They will need a secure place.
They just want to relax, and things like that. So they want to, people who are maybe honeymooners, new bride, new groom that want to do honeymoon.
Home away from home.
Yes, they are looking for where to do that, So those are the kind of people, you understand, that all retreats. Maybe a company wants to just gather together some
reality shows,
some of their staff.
Reality shows.
We don't talk, say people in your industry.
Yes.
People in your industry for so many things, whether reality show
or
movie production or things like that. Those are the people who patronizes. Now, if you look at those, you see that there are a lot of them will be concentrated in areas that are open, that are urban.
Okay. The last question I have here as regards shortletting, the legal side of shortletting. I call that the legal side of shortletting because we know, say, if person won't collect hotel now, if you are not up to a certain age, they will not give you a room. Let me just use 18, the official age. They will not allow you a room or make you get one room from the hotel. But these days, we've seen young lads collect shortlets, through secondary school parties and everything. She law self day with the guide shortlet. And they talk this now in order to further open the eyes of people who dey inside this business. Because some people just get the money. They're
not a lawyer.
But you sure know more than us.
I need to let you know that.
You sure know more than us.
But generally speaking, there is an adult age that you can run transactions, And I don't think, I stand to be corrected, I don't think that is appropriate where they know that they cannot get it, but they will get an adult to front for them and then get it and all of that. So one of the things that shortlet apartments are used for are parties. I don't think it is legal.
Okay, he said to the best of his knowledge, he doesn't think it is legal. So if you operate this kind of business, please try look into this kind of thing so that they no go put your business for kata. So we don't talk extensively on shortletting. A very good business according to Engineer Debo and the thing they trend, but know the rules of the game before you get involved in it. So we'll come your way again Tuesday next week. Have a fabulous day. My name is Chief Olododo.
Yes, so have a great week. See you next week.